Okay. Next item is the principal's report. Kristen?
Park test concluded last week for students in geometry and English 10, both regular and honors levels. This year we created an incentive program for students who were engaged throughout the test. Incentives ranged from ice cream to a free homework pass on a math assignment to being entered into a raffle for gift cards, pizza for their lunch table, and then a robot and tablet that we got donated from Best Buy as well. So we hope that these incentives, along with the new textbook this year that's more closely aligned to Common Core state standards for math, that our scores will increase. Last year when we gave this test, we received the scores 9 months after we gave the test, so we're hoping that there'll be a quicker turnaround time this year. We also created a similar structure for incentives for the practice ACT that all juniors took today in preparation for the school-wide ACT that we are administering, which is on April 19th. Since it's a practice test, we can score the test ourselves and get the results very quickly, so we are able to tie the incentives that we put in place for the practice ACT to growth on their composite score from November to March. And so we hope that those incentives help students take the practice opportunity seriously. Prom tickets go on sale on April 4th, which is right when we come back from spring break during lunch periods. We've already made one announcement explaining that outstanding fees must be paid in order to purchase prom tickets. And we will announce the theme on Thursday, so we've been leaking out little clues all week, and the big reveal will be on Thursday. At that time, we'll send home a letter to parents outlining important information regarding prom, including the expectation to pay outstanding fees. Digital Citizenship Day, formerly known as Internet Safety Day, will take place on Thursday during an extended second hour. This year, in order to meet the state mandate, all students will learn how to make responsible choices when using other people's work and ideas that are found on the internet. So talking about copyright issues and fair use issues. And then also making responsible choices when creating a digital footprint. And so having students really stopping and thinking about the importance of posting any information on a social media site or an app. Next, I'd like to provide you with a list of summer school academic courses, workshops, and camps that we'll be offering this year. This information, along with athletic camps, will be on our website by April 4th. So this information is on page 12 and 13 of the board packet. Offerings have been expanded this year based on an analysis of semester grade data for the credit recovery courses. So as you look at the chart, new additions to the course offerings from last summer are highlighted in blue. And these are courses that we are offering, and we'll know in May whether or not we'll be running them due to enrollment. Some things to point out: the academic courses for credit recovery are, as you can see on the chart, we've expanded to Algebra 2 Trig, Applied Chem Phys, Physical Education, and Western Civilization. And then we have two opportunities for students to take a course for advancement, and those have been Health and U.S. Government, and those remain the same for this summer. Academic workshops are non-credit opportunities for students to get a jump start on those courses that they're enrolled in the fall over the summer. And then academic camps are non-credit opportunities for student enrichment. And all of those, in addition to credit courses for advancement, run cost neutral to the district. After moving on to graduation, after talking with student groups and parents, it was evident that this year they would like graduation to be held outside. However, before we could present this information to you and to families, we had some logistical aspects that we needed to work out with the new stadium and some concerns with warranties of the new items in the stadium. So we were able to work through that, and so we would like the primary location to be the stadium with a backup in the main gym, depending on the weather. In order for this venue to work, we will not be able to provide seating on the track as we've done in years past, so that will limit families to 4 tickets outdoors and then 2 tickets indoors, one for being able to view it in the auditorium and one for the little theater.
So 4 for the stadium, and they can get 2 additional to sit in the auditorium.
Correct.
Okay.
And that's consistent with what we were able to provide families last year as well. Also, no female students or staff will be allowed to wear heels due to the safety concerns with the turf. So that will be something that we'll need to communicate often and frequent and soon, so that we don't have any injuries.
How many seats are in our stadium now? Seems like there's more than 1,600.
There's about 1,800.
Oh, okay.
And then
On
lastly,
both sides, Kristen?
Oh,
no,
our
just the
side.
one side, because the visitor side you would be facing the backs of the
Right.
And then lastly, we're exploring moving the graduation up a half hour to 6:30 p.m. Since the temperature drops significantly once the sun goes down, but we have some other logistical aspects to work through with that, making sure the zoo has parking available for us, and then also getting some parent feedback on moving the start time up a half hour.
And having the board members leave work early to get there on time, right?
Yes.
Happy to do that.
And then lastly, we have some upcoming fine arts events in April. We have several: Jazzapalooza, the band and orchestra spring concert, and a vocal jazz concert in the Little Theater. And all of those dates and times can be found on our website.
Any questions for Kristen on this side? Mike, do you have any questions? Okay, seeing none from Mike. Anybody on this side?
No.
All right,
Little
that's a
delay.
delay. That's a delay.